You know, I saw some things on Tom Holland. I watched Islam: The Untold Story. Uh, I actually somebody had sent me Tom Holland's book, uh, In the Shadow of the Sword. It was a gift. I actually initially thought it was a pro-Muslim book initially, but it's kind of is. It's neither, but uh, it's just he kind of is too nervous to make up his mind. Seems like, um, and he mentions he touches on this, but he doesn't go into great detail. And in Islam: The Untold Story, he only shows one coin. Well, it's a kind of a poor representation of his argument because he's kind of too cowardice. He's just it's actually pretty bigoted because he's essentially treating Muslims as if they're children and as if they need to be babied. And I've seen some people's reply to this, and I'd say, oh, that's good, but it doesn't address some of these things. And then I saw one that very much angered me, just somebody being like, basically whining, and I'm like, that's offensive. Basically, it was this Turkish dude saying, you can't ask Muslims honest questions because it'll hurt our feelings, and we are not psychologically ready for it. And I was thinking that guy must be like, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say he's a Zionist agent or anything, but what the hell? Um, but it's the reason why this period gets questioned. Basically, right after 622, and we have this big empire, right? We've got from basically immediately after 632, which is the Sunni sources say that that's when Muhammad died. We have vast expansion, and then 2 years after that, um, Abu Bakr only ruled for 2 years, and then you have Umar and Ali, and you have this huge empire from the Indus to Spain, right? And it's not until Yazid that you get that coin with Muhammad, the word Muhammad on it, and it's got the face of a man. But before that, every single coin, and these historians tend to dub it, tend to call them Arab Christians. They don't want to call them Muslims. And these coins are, as if you saw the documentary, watched the documentary, they're actually in possession. The Arabs are in possession of them, and they're not just Arabs. They're Muslims that are in possession of them because it's their Muslim history. But these are the images of the coins. Now, my question to any Muslim, and this is an honest question because it's terrible that Tom Holland didn't bring it up. I'm sorry that he didn't. It's not my fault, but I feel bad that people treat Muslims, people treat my brothers like that. It's irritating to me. Um, so those are all the coins from the time of the beginning of whatever they want to refer to. Let's take a neutral term. The Saracens, the Ishmaelites, the Mujahideen, uh, what have the Arab Empire, the Caliphate. The Caliphate, ever since the Caliphate begins, it's not up until 70 years after 622, the beginning of the Muslim calendar. It's not until 70 years after that you basically don't have crosses and images of men, and then you just have an image of a man and it says Muhammad. Uh, and Islamic. These coins are from the They're from the Islamic Caliphate. So if they're creating images of humans, and in one case a lamb, and they're holding crosses, and they're saying things like Allahu Akbar and stuff like that, and these are issued under Abdul Malik, Muawiyah, I was about to say Marwan, but that's Abdul Malik, Yazid, you know, it goes up to Yazid. So what? How does that? What would your response be to that? I'm not. It's not a ponage. Oh, I got you there. It's just an honest question. I think it sucks that Tom Holland has to kind of hem and haw and then kind of smirk at people like, well, you really don't know. He's not giving you the information. All the information is that every single coin found under the Islamic Caliphate um, for 70 years always had crosses on it, and always, and all the, not to mention all the buildings that they built had crosses on them. Now, so what's I would be like, what's up with that? That's kind of it of are there any Muslims out there that want to comment on this, or what's going on? Because I always thought the cross was anathema, that the Muslims wouldn't display a cross, and that maybe not taking a photograph, but crafting an image of a human or an animal was not allowed. All right, take it easy. Peace to you. Salam. I'd love to hear from people. Peace.